Good afternoon. I would like to introduce to you my invention, Cocos lucifera, otherwise known as the coconut coir, as low-cost adsorbent in domestic waste oil. But before I explain to you the mechanics, let me inform you why this research is made. As we all know, one of our problems today is pollution brought about by the clogging of drainage systems in households and restaurants. Since we Filipinos love to eat, that's why we cook a lot. But it is our common practice that after we use the oil, we just throw it away into the kitchen sinks. This can lead to environmental pollution and danger to the human lives because it can clog the drainage systems, which can cause flood into the environment. In the Philippines, one of our most abundant resources is the coconut coir. Many people just consider it as a waste material, so it is just being thrown away. But instead of throwing it away, I thought of testing the properties of the coconut coir to see if it would make a great oil adsorbent. The main objective of my study is to simply prevent the clogging of drainage systems. The materials that I used in this study are the coconut coir, which I separated into two, namely the raw fiber and the pulverized coir. To get the raw fiber, I did it manually and removed the strands from the coconut coir. And for me to get the pulverized coir, I used a mortar and pestle to powderize it. And the other material is the used oil. As you can see, it is reddish or yellowish, meaning it is a sign that it is already contaminated. Then, to test the absorption ability, I made 3 experimental setups, namely setups A, B, and C. In setup A, I put there the 2 layers of filtration. In the first layer, it contains the raw fiber, and in the second layer, it contains the pulverized coir. And in setup B, it contains the raw fiber alone, and in setup C, it only contains the pulverized coir. I did these 3 setups in order to compare which among the 3 will be most effective. To compare which one is more effective, I computed for the volume filtrate of each setups. First, I put there the waste oil sample and let it flow into the filtration system. This process is repeated 10 times to become sure and more accurately to test its adsorption capability. To get the volume percentage of the filtrate, I used the formula, the initial volume of waste oil minus the mean volume divided by the total volume of oil multiplied by 100. And for the mean value, we will simply just get the average of each of the 10 trials in the setups. I gathered the results and it showed that in the first 10 trials, it showed a mean value of 28.70 or an 81% efficiency. But as you can see in the second and the third setups, the mean value increased and the volume percentage decreased. Meaning, repeated usage of the same coir makes it less efficient as an adsorbent. And in setup B and C, in setup B, it showed the mean value of 101.90 with a percentage of 32.07. And in setup C, it showed a mean value of 89.70 with 40.20% efficiency. Among the three setups, the most effective is setup A, which is the combination of pulverized coir and the raw fiber. This is because of the particle size. The raw fiber has a greater surface area than the pulverized coir, so meaning it can absorb more oil in the setup. In conclusion, the coconut coir is effective as an adsorbent in domestic waste oil. It uses less energy, less labor, and it is biodegradable, meaning after using it, we can now dispose it properly. It is effective with a mean value of 28.70 or an 81% efficiency. But it has some limitations, meaning must be replaced from time to time because it will reach out its maximum adsorption ability. As a researcher, this helped me gather information that the coconut coir will be effective as an adsorbent in the used oil from households and restaurants. And in the community, it will help clean up the drainage systems which can cause environmental flood in different cities. To further improve this invention, further studies can be made by seeing if the contact time and the temperature will affect its adsorption ability. And so this ends my presentation.